Unsure which supplements actually build muscle and which are just hype, or which ones are best for older individuals? You've come to the right place. Subscribe for more research-based fitness facts to help you live your best, healthiest life. Hi, I'm Dr. Jake. In previous videos, I covered leucine, branched-chain amino acids, and creatine. Today, we're diving into some lesser-known supplements like HMB, beta-alanine, omega-3s, and more. All based on peer-reviewed science, no hype, no sponsorships. With over 50 different supplements that claim to build muscle, it helps to know which are proven to work based on randomized controlled research. Let's start with HMB, or beta-hydroxy-beta-methylbutyrate, a metabolite of leucine. But here's what's interesting. While leucine is known to trigger protein synthesis, HMB is better known for reducing protein breakdown. Review and meta-analysis studies all agree that HMB's primary mechanism for increasing muscle mass is by reducing its breakdown. It does so by suppressing the genes and enzymes that break down muscle protein, especially with intense or overtraining in times of calorie restriction. Studies show that HMB helps reduce exercise-induced muscle damage and improves recovery, particularly in untrained or moderately trained individuals. Plus, like leucine, HMB may boost protein synthesis through the mTOR pathway, but through different series of reactions. So HMB preserves muscle mass during recovery in times of injury and may also help build muscle? Sounds amazing. But here's the thing. Review studies all agree that in trained athletes, the results are mixed. Some studies show modest gains when the training is intense or there's a caloric deficit, while others showed no benefit, particularly when protein intake is adequate. However, in untrained individuals, HMB more consistently increases lean body mass, often within 2 to 4 weeks of resistance training. In older adults, HMB combined with resistance training fights off sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. How much? 3 grams seems to be optimal, but you'd have to eat 95 eggs just to get there. I mean, 90 okay, but 95? Instead, use a supplement to get 3 grams, but split it into 2 to 3 doses per day. The best options are the fast-absorbing free acid form, with 1 dose taken 30 to 60 minutes pre-exercise, or the slower calcium salt option, taken 60 to 120 minutes before exercise. Side effects? Multiple studies showed no adverse side effects, with doses up to 6 grams per day over 12 months. Verdict? Great for beginners, older adults, or during injury recovery, but not helpful if you're already training hard and eating well. Next up, beta-alanine, a non-essential amino acid that doesn't directly build muscle. So how does it help? By helping you crank out a higher training volume, which over time means more muscle hypertrophy. It does so by raising carnosine levels, a molecule that buffers acid and therefore delays fatigue during intense exercise. Think HIIT training, CrossFit, or saving the world. A meta-analysis covering over 1,400 people found that beta-alanine improved performance in events lasting 30 seconds to 10 minutes. Over time, this allows for more total reps, more volume, and eventually more muscle. How much? 4 to 6 grams per day for 2 to 4 weeks. It doesn't work right away. And consider splitting up the doses to reduce paresthesia, a harmless but kind of annoying tingling feeling. Verdict? Doesn't directly build muscle, but great for extending high-volume workouts. Omega-3 fatty acids like EPA and DHA are known for heart health. But research also links them to muscle growth and recovery for 3 reasons. 1. Studies show they improve membrane flexibility, making it easier to move nutrients in and out of the muscle fibers. 2. Omega-3s limit prolonged inflammation after muscle injury or intense exercise, which speeds up muscle recovery and reduces soreness. And 3, they may promote muscle growth and repair by activating the mTOR pathway and satellite cells. But just know that your body is full of redundancy with more than one way to get things done. So some of the ways omega-3s may help your muscle may already be fully covered. For example, a 2019 review looked at omega-3s in both young and old adults and found that if you're already hitting the gym and have a solid diet, omega-3s won't likely give you an additional muscle building edge. But in older adults, when combined with resistance training, omega-3s might slightly increase muscle mass and strength. The dosage, about 3 grams per day, taken for 6 to 12 weeks. So the verdict is omega-3s may help repair muscle during recovery in older adults, but no real help for young, healthy eating athletes. But omega-3s are good for everyone's heart. Click like if you've learned something new, and subscribe for more fitness facts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know vitamin D is vital for strong bones, but can it also help strengthen your muscles? Muscle fibers or cells have vitamin D receptors on their membranes. When activated by vitamin D, the receptors help support muscle growth, repair, and function. Vitamin D also helps regulate calcium and phosphate levels, which are critical for muscle contraction. Sounds like vitamin D can help build muscle and improve recovery. Well, the research does show that it can increase strength in adults and some athletes who are deficient. But vitamin D fails to improve strength in those with adequate levels. Verdict: if your vitamin D levels are low, which is more likely if you spend most of your time indoors, live in northern latitudes, or are one of the mole people, supplementing with 1,000 to 4,000 international units per day may improve strength and preserve muscle. If your levels are normal, while vitamin D supplements have other health benefits, when it comes to muscle strength, not so much. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, but taking it as a supplement won't bulk up your biceps. Instead, it may strengthen the tendons, ligaments, and cartilage in your joints, which are all made of collagen. As I covered in a separate video, when paired with 50 milligrams of vitamin C, 10 to 20 grams of collagen taken 30 to 60 minutes before exercise can help reduce joint wear and tear, speed repair of injured joints, and reduce joint damage from impact sports. Verdict: no gains for muscle, but great if working out makes your joints snap, crackle, and pop more than Rice Krispies. Zinc and magnesium are essential minerals that can impact training. Zinc helps with testosterone production, muscle repair, and immune function. Magnesium supports muscle contraction, relaxation, and ATP production. While deficiencies can hurt performance, recovery, and even sleep, neither will improve your muscles unless you're deficient. Somewhat related, ZMA combines zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6. It's marketed for deeper sleep and higher testosterone, which will support more muscle mass. Reality check: while older research hinted that it might help, recent independent studies show no improvement in anabolic hormones, muscle strength, or body composition. L-Carnitine plays a role in energy production, reducing muscle damage, and improving blood flow. So is it actually good for building muscle? Research studies show that it may help reduce muscle damage and build muscle, but only in older adults and vegetarians, who naturally have lower levels of carnitine, which you mostly get from eating red meat. But it may increase your risk for cardiovascular disease, so user beware. Glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in the body. It plays a role in immune function and gut health. So it may be helpful if you've weakened your immune system due to overreaching or overtraining. But review studies have failed to find any muscle building or strength gains from taking glutamine. Antioxidants like vitamin C and E can reduce soreness and inflammation. But here's the catch: chronic large doses may block muscle growth by interfering with key muscle building signals like mTOR. Use them sparingly, if at all, after intense workouts and competitions, but not daily. Here's some other supplements worth noting. CLA likely does more to reduce fat than build muscle. Deer antler velvet, Tribulus terrestris, and DHEA, no proven strength or muscle gains. Testosterone boosters like ashwagandha and D-aspartic acid, they might help if your testosterone levels are low, but for most young athletes, they won't move the needle. When it comes to building or maintaining muscle mass, training, diet, and sleep are at the core. Supplements are on the periphery, and research studies help indicate how far out they are based on the odds or likelihood of them working. Don't get distracted by supplements with low odds. Even if they do work, they'll pale in comparison to what training, diet, sleep, and supplements with greater odds can do for you and your muscles. Watch my videos on protein, amino acids, and creatine for more details. Like and subscribe for more evidence-based fitness facts on what really works and what's just hype. Thanks for watching, and as always, my answers come from peer-reviewed research.